Hello, brothers and sisters. I come before you tonight because I received a prophetic warning dream from the Lord yesterday morning about nuclear missiles flying sooner than we think. I want to be very clear on this, of what God is doing in this matter, okay? And I want you to understand that this should not be ignored. This should not be taken lightly, okay? Please take this in prayer to God, because the nuclear missiles are going to fly sooner than we think. Okay. Now let me share with what happened in the prophetic dream. What the Lord showed me. Okay. So as I was laying there in a deep sleep, okay, the Lord supernaturally transported me over to Russia. I started seeing all these nuclear missiles that were launching over in Russia and that were going to strike America first. I want to be very absolutely clear on that. Okay. I want to let you guys know that that the Lord showed me the writing on the side of the missiles that were Russian writing. Now, I want to be very clear with you that Russia is going to strike America first before America strikes Russia. This is going to take place. This nuclear war is going to take place, and it cannot be avoided, okay? So what ended up happening is that I was seeing these missiles that were being launched from Russia. And then after Russia launched theirs, I saw these incoming missiles from America. And they were bombing all these targets in Russia. I don't know where I was in Russia. I just know that I saw the missiles with the Russian writing on, which indicated these nuclear Russian missiles that had the writing on them, okay, which gave clear indication that I was in Russia, okay. And so when Russia launched its first attack, after that, there was also the incoming missiles from America. And when those incoming missiles came in, they were bombing, hitting targets. The nuclear bombs were going off. They were actually incinerating people right and left. And I was watching all this. The Lord literally had me at ground zero. And let me repeat myself. The Lord literally had me at ground zero, and I was watching all of this happen right before my very eyes. And not one hair on my head was ever harmed, folks. I want to be very clear on this. I want to let you guys know, as I was watching all this happen, the scene switched, and then I was on the coast of Russia. And next thing you know, I saw more missiles being launched on the coast of Russia. And then after that, it literally came over to those Russian missiles came over to America, and I was seeing them launch, but I was also seeing the Russian writing on the missiles. And as that was happening, America's missiles came in and hit the coast of Russia. And here it happened again. I watched all these people all these targets, all these places that were being incinerated at the same time. I was watching people being incinerated. I was watching people that were still weren't caught exactly completely in the blast radius, but in the wind blowback factor of the mushroom cloud and stuff, were actually being blown out into the ocean. It was like a wind tunnel magnified like more than 1,000 times. How do I describe this? Try more like it was like a wind tunnel that was magnified over 10,000 times. And it hit them like a cannon. It picked up their body and shot them out into the ocean. And I'm telling you right now, the nuclear war is going to happen sooner than we think. And so as soon as I saw all this happening on the last part of the prophetic dream, the Lord was showing me this, and that's when it ended. And I knew that what the Lord showed me also is that He's basically telling His people, He's telling everybody here on this world, on this planet, hey, you need to get your affairs in order. You need to get right with God above all else. I'm making it very clear. God is not playing games. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you consider yourself a bag of chips and all that. God is making it very clear. I don't care if you're law enforcement. I don't care who you are. God is not playing games. He's letting people know right now that you need to get your affairs in order. You need to get your heart in order with Him, because the nuclear missiles are going to fly sooner than we think. Okay? You need to know what God showed me, and what I saw was horrific. What the Lord showed me was horrific, because I was watching people being incinerated by these nuclear missiles that were happening. But Russia will attack first. I want to be very clear on that. Russia will attack first. Okay, if you're listening to this today, and if you're seeing this message or listening to this message, please, I beg of you, please give your heart and soul to Jesus Yeshua today before it's too late. I want to be very clear on something with you as well, folks. That eternity is a long time to be wrong. If you make the wrong choice, you end up in hell. And I don't want to see that for anybody. I don't even want to see that for my enemies. So please, please, God is not asking you to be religious. God is not asking you to go to church. God, Yeshua, Jesus, is asking you to come back to Him. He's asking you to give your heart and soul to Him. He's asking you to let Him have a personal relationship with you. He wants to bless you. He wants to heal you. He wants to deliver you from your bondage and set you free in Him. I want to be very clear on this, folks, that Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach, loves you. And His love for you can't even begin to be phantom, the depth of it. It's like a cup, a big giant cup that keeps overflowing. God has a plan. And He's making it very clear that He loves you very, very much. And I'm coming before you tonight, and I'm making this appeal because the Lord has made it very clear. He's telling everybody, get your affairs in order. Get your heart right with Him. He is no longer playing games. God is pissed. God is angry at this world. We know that God is a loving God, yes, but He can no longer tolerate sin or evil. And He's bringing His judgment. The nuclear missiles are going to fly sooner than we think, folks. Please, I beg of you, don't be playing games with God on this one, okay? The Lord really wants you back. Please, please give your heart and soul to Him today before it's too late, please, folks. I beg of you. God bless you, and I love you guys.